Welcome back to Money Quest Lab, your edge for catching quality swing setups before the crowd does. Out of thousands of stocks, only 3 made the cut, and Aurinia Pharmaceuticals leads them. Just a heads up, this is educational, not financial advice. Always do your own research. And, to be clear, this is off Thursday's close, so double check the live chart before you act because prices can move overnight. Stick around because I'm breaking down all 3. What the charts are saying, the numbers behind each one, and exactly where each setup would go wrong. Quick framing first, these are swing trades. Ideas to hold roughly 15 to 30 days, not day trades and not forever holds. And here's how they're chosen. Every single market day, my scanner ranks thousands of stocks on 3 things: market leadership, the technical setup, and the fundamentals underneath. And only the names that score high on all 3 make this list. Let's get into today's top 3. Quick scorecard first, because I track every call out in the open. Of my last 70 swing picks that have run their course, 64% finished green. The average pick was up about 7%. That's roughly 7% ahead of the overall market over the same stretch. Not every pick wins, and showing you the real numbers, good and bad, is the whole point. Now, today's setups. First, the backdrop. Right now, the S&P is up about 1.2% over the past week, so I'm keeping this list tight and picky. Volatility is ticking up with the VIX near 16. Now, the picks. Coming in at 1, Aurinia Pharmaceuticals. That's ticker AUPH. This is a healthcare name worth around $2.1 billion, and it engages in delivering therapies to people living with autoimmune diseases with high unmet medical needs in the United States and Japan. Arizan, on valuation, it's sitting at roughly 15 times next year's earnings. On the chart, it's bouncing off support inside an uptrend, and it's trading just below its 52-week high. This one's been leading the pack, beating 81% of all stocks out there. As for where price is right now, it's trading about 4% above its 50-day average and 13% above its 200-day. And the business backs it up with earnings up 56% from a year ago and sales up 24%. Where it goes wrong, its 50-day trend line is the level to watch. If it breaks down and stays below that, the setup is no longer valid. On the plus side, there's no earnings report during a normal hold here, so one less surprise to worry about. Coming in at 2, Nexa Resources. That's ticker Nexa. It's a basic materials company worth around $1.9 billion, and it engages in the zinc mining and smelting business worldwide. On valuation, it's sitting at roughly 5 times next year's earnings. Looking at the setup, it's bouncing off support inside an uptrend. And it's been a genuine leader, stronger than 95% of the entire market. On the technicals, it's sitting about 1% below its 50-day average and 43% above its 200-day. Underneath the chart, the numbers hold up, earnings growing fast, and sales up 42%. On the risk side, watch the 200-day trend. If it loses that, the thesis is off the table. On the plus side, there's no earnings report during a normal hold here, so one less surprise to worry about. Coming in at 3, International Seaways. That's ticker INSW. It's a player in energy, and it's worth about $4.2 billion, and it owns and operates a fleet of ocean-going vessels for the transportation of crude oil and petroleum products in the international flag trade. On valuation, it's sitting at roughly 13 times next year's earnings. Looking at the setup, it's bouncing off support inside an uptrend. This one has been leading the pack, beating 90% of all stocks out there. As for where price is right now, it's trading about 4% above its 50-day average and 36% above its 200-day. On volume, about 1 point times its average. The fundamentals are there too. Earnings growing fast and sales up 78%. What would kill the idea? A clean break under its 50-day trend that sticks around, but that's your cue to step aside. On the plus side, there's no earnings report during a normal hold here, so one less surprise to worry about. That's today's top 3, AUPH, Nexa, and INSW. Hit subscribe for tomorrow's scan. New picks every market day. And remember, this is not financial advice.